Hi guys, so I'm gonna read Detective Comics number 39. So on the cover here, they're like fighting a bunch of gangsters on like rafters. So that was last issue. This issue, they're fighting like completely different people. But anyway, so the sensational adventures of the Batman with Robin the Boy Wonder. Again, the intrepid black-clad figure of the Batman and his aide Robin, the laughing young daredevil, combine forces to battle against those who would menace a people. Two figures, a man and a boy. Two figures always outnumbered but never outfought. Two figures to fight the horde of the Green Dragon. So, it is night and the millionaire Henry Crandall steps to his car. Suddenly, not far away, another millionaire, John Cobb, walks to a waiting car. Suddenly, silhouetted figures spring from the shadows. "Hey, what's going on here?" Suddenly, there is a hiss and a sickening thud. "Yeah!" Splitting the head of the chauffeur with a hatchet. Next day, newspapers shriek their headlines. Herald Extra: Two millionaires captured or kidnapped. Chauffeur of John Cobb murdered with hatchet. Wives receives notes demanding $100,000. The home of Bruce Wayne, the Batman. And they demand $100,000 ransom. Woo, what a story. The chauffeur was killed with a hatchet. A hatchet. There's only one kind of people that kill with a hatchet. The what? What? Look, there's an ad in the paper addressed to the Batman. Batman, a friend needs your help. Come at once. That notices. The type was set in a Chinese style. The sender did it purposely. Yes, to let me know he was Chinese. A friend, of course. Wong of Chinatown. He helped me in the case of the Ruby Idol. Yes, so that was issue number 35, I think. I've read that on the channel. A few minutes later, Dick, you stay home and guard the fort. The Batman is going to visit a friend. Batman looks really cool in this panel. Yeah, he looks like I've never actually seen that one, but he looks really cool. Anyway, Chinatown, a city within a city, where the mystery of the East comes to the streets of the West. Wong, unofficial mayor of Chinatown, a wise, honorable man. Good evening, Wong. Batman, you have come, you understood message. I have come to help a friend. What is your trouble? Opium. A new Tong has arisen called the Green Dragon. They are evil men and work many wicked enterprises. Worst of all, they are selling opium to my people. Though it is dangerous to do so, I have gathered much information. As the men speak, they do not notice that a picture has moved aside, and an evil eye watches. By tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, I will have some information about the dwelling place of the Green Dragon and their leader, but I will need your help in his capture. You can count on me, or Wong. I'll be here at 8. Wait, did I say Tong earlier? Or Wong? Anyway, yeah, I think I got messed up with the Satara character. Anyway. And so will we, oh Batman. The next night. Sorry, Dick, this is a very dangerous assignment. Now remember, you don't leave here unless I'm not back in a few hours. I have a feeling I'm going to run into two kidnapped millionaires. But why can't I go with you to Wong? Sometime later, an eerie figure pauses outside a window of the house of Wong. Well, Wong, here I am. Yeah, I got confused because in the Satara stories I'm reading, there's a character named Tong, and he's like a big, muscular guy. Wong, I'm here. That stare, it's the Batman. Wong, what's the matter? Wong. Wong suddenly slumps forward, and there, buried deep in the back of his head, a hatchet. On the desk, the Batman notices. Even though the blow is a powerful one, Wong lived long enough to scratch this on his desk. Pier 3. Pier 3 is near Chinatown. Suddenly, the Batman sees on the floor a shadow. A quick drop to the floor, a hiss, and then a thud. From behind the screen, the dreaded Chinese hatchet men. Enter the villains. A quick jerk of the carpet and... slippery, isn't it? The Batman leaps to the attack. As the Batman struggles, the hatchet man regains his grisly weapon and stealthily creeps from behind. The Batman senses his danger and swiftly moves. You should wear glasses, fella. The tricky Chinaman makes another try for his intended victim. Suddenly, the Chinese jerks his hand loose and chops it down at the Batman. As the Batman pulls down or back to avoid the deadly chop, the force of the Chinaman's lunge carries them both over the low sill. I don't think that word's a slur. I hope not, because this video might get taken down if it's a slur. But anyway, the men fall to the porch roof and roll down the slant. For a moment they hover over on the roof edge and then plunge to the ground. But the Chinaman is underneath, and as they hit the ground, the body acts as a shock absorber. The Batman, however, receives a glancing blow in the head and rolls over unconscious. A little later, inside Wong's house, another enters the murder room. Robin, the boy wonder. It's a good thing the Batman left Wong's address. He will probably be sore at me for disobeying orders, but I've got to see what's going on. He's probably still here with Wong. Killed with a hatchet, like the murdered chauffeur. Then the Batman was right. This case does tie in with the kidnapped men. An address scratched by Wong when he was killed, Pier 3. Something mysterious is going on, and I'm pretty sure the answer is over at Pier 3. And that's where I'm going, right now. As Robin leaves, the first hatchet man unsteadily rises to his feet. Dark Batman fights like Panther. No one here. Perhaps Batman captured and is now at Green Dragon. Must go there at once. The waterfront cloaked in the ink of midnight. Pier 3. The only thing that looks like it might be a hideout is that schooner over there. I'm going to take a look at it. But Robin is seen. A skulking figure follows the hatchet man. Someone is very inquisitive about our ship. He also wears a cloak costume like the Dark Batman. It will be better if he is captured. A moment later, the flat of the hatchet crashes down on the boy. The unconscious boy is carried across the shadow pier to the ship of mystery to the lair of the Green Dragon. When Batman awakens, he is aware of two chained figures, Crandall and Cobb, the kidnapped millionaires, and there upon his throne, the master of the tongue of the Green Dragon. Awake, eh? Peculiar costume you wear, very different, but very similar to that of the Batman. Ah, yes, he. I should like to know where the Batman resides. Will you tell me, or must I use persuasion, eh? Never. You can torture me all you like, but I won't tell you anything about the Batman. You are stubborn, eh? You know, I like to see things wriggle. You shall wriggle before me with pain, hee. First we shall see how adept you are at dueling. I warn you, my man is quite an expert. He sliced many an opponent. But it will be unfair. My sword is made of wood. Unfair, perhaps, but so interesting. He. As Robin skillfully parries the Mongol's thrust, the steel blade slices off part of the wooden one. Again the thrust, again the parry, and more of the wooden sword is lopped off. One more parry and I'll have no more sword. Another thrust and the steel blade slashes through at the hilt. That's it. Hee. Well, boy, what will you do now? Can you pull a trick out of your sleeve? Hee. As Robin sidesteps another wicked slash of the blade, he reaches inside his jacket. I won't pull a trick out of my sleeve, but my coat. The sling. and a steel pellet. Armed with just the puny sling, Robin faces the attacking Mongol. That's one trick you didn't count on. Zing. Don't be so hasty. Have you forgotten all about me? Fools, why did you not search him, capture him, or what? Batman! Good evening, friend. But then again, is it? A mighty leap, a giant swing, and Batman lands on the platform. Capture him. You are many, he is only one. Don't be afraid. As the attacking Chinese dash across the floor, the dynamic Batman leaps towards the Green Dragon, grimly bracing himself, and with a supreme effort, manages to topple the enormous idol off balance. The idol of the Green Dragon kills its own. So yeah, Batman just killed, like, how many people is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think 10, because there's this shoe guy. So 10 people, I think. I don't know, anyway. As the Tong Master runs across the wreckage, the Batman leaps off after him. Not so fast, fatty. We have a little score to settle. More fun than a punching bag. Wonder how the kid is making out. Maybe he's in trouble. But Robin, boy, what a party this turned out to be. Well, doggone, all I can say is he's certainly an apt pupil. The Batman flies away, the chains of the kidnapped men are freed. Why, they chloroformed us and brought us here. When I told the Chinaman that the police would get him, he only laughed. And then what happened? Yes, he said the police would probably hunt for the white gangsters and never suspect a Chinese of kidnapping. Very smart. Yes, he was. Only one of his men spoiled the plan by killing the chauffeur with a hatchet. Only the Chinese hatchet man would use that type of weapon. Once I knew that, it was a matter of finding the hideout. Here it was that he indulged in the smuggling of opium and Chinese. The next day, Bruce Wayne the Batman is strolling with his fiancée. Batman frees millionaires, breaks up opium ring, extra, extra. What an exciting character, that Batman. Why can't you be that sort of man? So that's Julie Madison. So she's only in one panel. She's in the next. I think I'm going to read the next issue because it's the first appearance of Clayface. But mother, why should I pray for the well-being of the one called the Batman? Because, little one, he has saved the souls of many of our people. But for him, the dreaded opium would have enslaved them, as it did in the generations in the past. The Wayne home. It is a pity that Wong had to die because he knew too much. His sacrifice was not in vain. His people are free. It is the end of the tongue of the Green Dragon. So beware of Clayface, a black-hooded or cloaked hideous figure that menaces the lives of the Batman and his aide Robin, the Boy Wonder, as he leaves behind a trail of death. So coming next month. Yeah, I'll read that one because this is his first appearance. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you could like, comment, or subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you. And I'll see you guys later.